Good evening and welcome in to God's Field here at Aurora Christian High School in Aurora, Illinois, where it is the final regular season game of 2017 for the St. Joseph Chargers as they take on the Aurora Christian Eagles. Major storyline in this one, Aurora Christian trying to clinch a playoff berth. They have not been to the IHSA playoffs in 3 years, and this is a program that won back-to-back state championships back in 2011 and 2012. For St. Joe's, unfortunately, they've been eliminated from IHSA contention. However, they still have a chance at the Prep Bowl later on and a chance to play for some pride tonight and knock Aurora Christian out of the playoffs. Thank you for joining us here tonight on Arena Sportsnet Chicago. I'm Connor Klingen, happy to be with you as I have been all season here on ASN Chicago for St. Joseph Chargers football. And Chargers football has been brought to you this season by Meatheads in Elmhurst, a place you can enjoy with your whole family from the moment you walk into the door until the moment you leave. Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst. Thank you to Meatheads once again for sponsoring Charger football this season. And if you notice some of the wind here tonight, the reason for that is I am actually on the roof of the press box here at Aurora Christian, as there's not any room in the regular press box, and it's a bit of a windy night here, and we'll see if that has an effect on this ball game here at Aurora Christian. Eagles come in with that 4-4 record. They've faced a tough schedule this season, and they have one of the better quarterbacks, not just in the state of Illinois, really, but the entire country in terms of statistics-wise. Their quarterback, Drew Klippert, the senior, is in the top 5 in the nation in passing yards, has nearly 3,000 on the year. If you're wondering what the reason for the delay tonight is, it is senior night here at Aurora Christian, and no disrespect to the school at all, but it was the longest senior night ceremony I have ever seen, as every single member of the fall sports teams, band, cheerleading, Palms team, they were all introduced, and congratulations to them, but at the same time, a little bit excessive in terms of that ceremony. Not to, again, no disrespect to Aurora Christian, but this did signal a sign of disrespect to St. Joseph. They had their team go back into the locker room while this was going on in the middle of it, and then they came back out on the field, and you could just see in the attitude of the players, they felt slighted by this, that the game seems to be the afterthought compared to senior night. And Coach Petrosky mentioned that on his show last night. They don't like being disrespected like that, and that will motivate them in some respect. A couple of times this season, St. Joe's has been the homecoming opponent or the senior night opponent for another team that they have been playing, and this game's another example of that. Big storyline for the Chargers as well is starting freshman quarterback Ezekiel Boost. This will be his first start. Now, he has seen plenty of playing time this season. Led the Chargers to a win over DePaul earlier in the year, and last week against Leo helped lead a comeback to pull the Chargers within 6 in the final minute after they were trailing 27-6 with under 7 minutes to play. So a big opportunity for Ezekiel Boost as a freshman to go out and win a game on the road to eliminate a quality opponent from the playoffs. Boy, what an accomplishment that would be for Boost and really this entire team to get a win tonight. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Chargers' other active quarterback, though, D'Amico Nuttall, the sophomore. He's a left-hander, and he has quite a bit of arm talent. Caleb Hayden, the junior quarterback, who's been the starter for the entire season, is out with an injury tonight. We'll have to see if he'll be back, assuming the Chargers do end up making it into that Prep Bowl, which Coach Petrosky mentioned they've been guaranteed that they will. They just don't know the opponent yet. About 3 minutes left on the pregame clock right now. Against a later start tonight due to the senior night festivities. But we're almost ready for some football as the pregame clock has gone under 3 minutes here at God's Field. Very nice facility here at Aurora Christian. A field turf surface. Also a pretty large amount of seating. Considering the size of the school, plenty of seats available here at God's Field. Last season, St. Joseph defeated Aurora Christian at home at Elmhurst College 32-26 in a game that, according to Coach Petrosky, was a little bit closer. The final score looked closer than the game itself was, as the Chargers had built up a pretty significant lead in that and took their foot off the gas a bit in the third quarter. But they're facing a better Aurora Christian team tonight, and an Aurora Christian team that will be very motivated as they need to win this game to make the IHSA playoffs, sitting with that 4-4 record on the season. The head coach of Aurora Christian is David Beebe. Coach Beebe has been the head man for a few years here, took over for his brother Don Beebe, and you may remember Don Beebe for his playing days in the NFL. Most famously, came up with that strip of Leon Lett as a member of the Buffalo Bills back in the 1990s. Don Beebe also won a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers back in 1996. As they're now introducing the seniors again here at Aurora Christian. As I have a pretty prime view up here on the roof of the press box here at Aurora Christian. Beautiful night, but it is a windy night here in Aurora. Temperatures not too chilly at all, but that breeze can get to you a little bit. Clock approaching 8:20 now for what was supposed to be a 7:30 p.m. kickoff. And again, as I said a little bit earlier, St. Joseph using it as some motivation that they have been the senior night opponent for Aurora Christian. And Coach Petrosky has mentioned multiple times on his show, he still feels that the perception of St. Joe's is that it's somebody who's an easy win, but clearly, with last season and some of the performance this season, the Chargers have proven that they are no pushover in any respect. And this is a St. Joe's team that beat Aurora Christian last year, so they know that they're capable of coming away with a win here tonight on the road. But the biggest challenge will be for the defense, led by defensive coordinator Taewon Brown, squaring off with quarterback Drew Clippert, a team that throws the ball quite a bit here at Aurora Christian. And one problem for the defense for St. Joe's is they've been susceptible to the big play in the pass game. Last week, definitely when you saw Keyshawn Douglas of Leo come away with a long reception in the first quarter of that ball game, and that started the momentum for Leo to come away with that win last week on the road. As now Aurora Christian takes the field. Chargers over on the far sideline, on the opposite side from the press box here in Aurora. Couldn't ask for better football weather. Clear night, temperatures in the 60s. There is that breeze, though, and we'll see if that has an effect tonight, possibly on kickoffs or an extra point. And now we will have a prayer and the national anthem. Wonderful performance of the Star Spangled Banner by the Aurora Christian Band. And finally, we are ready for kickoff here from Aurora Christian. You can see on the Chargers sideline, they are pumped up for this game. I did mention that the IHSA playoff hopes are gone, but a chance to eliminate another team from the playoffs and a chance to end the regular season on a positive note. Aurora Christian will receive the opening kickoff. Trey Madsen and Devin Cross are deep for the Eagles. Zach Ford, as usual, will be the kickoff man for St. Joe's. And interestingly, Ford is setting up the football on the right hash. Not something you see often on a kickoff. Maybe the Chargers are going to try something here. Could they go with an onside kick on the opening kickoff? Not something you see very often, but I have almost never seen the football set up on the right hash for an opening kickoff. But that's what the case is right now. Ford is ready from his own 40-yard line. Madsen and Cross deep for the Eagles. Whistle blows, and Ford approaches the football for the kick, and they do go onside. Did it go 10 yards, and who has it? Looks like St. Joe's does. They went with the onside kick on the opening kickoff, and they have it. Oh, what a call by Coach Petrosky, opening things up with an onside kick, and the Chargers will have the ball at the 48-yard line of the Eagles to start the ball game. Well, I said it. It was a little bit strange that Zach Ford was setting up on the right hash. And indeed, they did go with the onside kick. So a chance to really take some momentum here early in this ball game. Starting from the 48 of Aurora Christian, Ezekiel Boost, the freshman, is the quarterback with Amir Bergie at running back. 4 wide receivers out there for the Chargers. Boost takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to Bergie. And he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Flag comes in late. This could be a face mask at the end. Let's see what the call is. That is a hold against St. Joe's. Usually, give the officials the benefit of the doubt here, but usually you don't see a holding flag come in once the runner is already taken to the ground, but maybe just a late toss of the flag. So now it'll be first down and 20 for St. Joe's. They've been moved back near their own 40-yard line. Boost in the shotgun, looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket, now facing some pressure, and he goes down, and he's sacked at his own 35-yard line. So after recovering the onside kick, the Chargers have just moved backwards. Looks like it was Angel Hymas who was in there on the sack for Aurora Christian. So it's second and very long here for the Chargers. Need to get all the way to the 38 for a first down. Ball's at their own 35. Boost takes the snap in the shotgun, facing pressure again, looking deep for Ford. And Ford made a diving effort for the ball around the 45-yard line, but couldn't quite get to it. That throw was a bit of a wobbler there from Ezekiel Boost. But somehow Zach Ford was able to track his way near the ball. Just didn't quite get there. Made a great effort at it, though. So third down and 27. For the Chargers. Boost in the shotgun. Trips to his right, one receiver to the left side of the field, one back in the backfield with Boost. He's rolling to his right, avoids a man, throws out near the sideline to about the 40, and it was caught there by Amir Bergie, but that is nowhere near the first down. So it'll be 4th down. Obvious punting situation here for St. Joe's with 10:27 to play. So the Chargers couldn't take advantage of recovering that onside kick to open up the ball game, and they'll have to punt here from their own 41. Madsen, the deep man for Aurora Christian. They're going for the punt, and this should be a flag for roughing the punter. They hit Zach Ford. Well, the interesting thing here is this going to be running into or roughing. That's the difference. Roughing the kicker, rather. Let's see what the call is here. It is running into the kicker. So it is still 4th down. Just a 5-yard penalty, so a mistake for Aurora Christian, but not a costly one. And I do agree with the call, running into the kicker rather than roughing the kicker in that case. Just kind of incidental contact there from Aurora Christian. So Zach Ford will have another shot at punting it, this time from his own 46-yard line. Trey Madsen is the deep man, if you can call him that, but the Eagles going for the punt again. They do avoid Zach Ford this time. This will take a bounce around the 30. It'll roll for the Chargers near the 20-yard line, where it lands at the 21 of Aurora Christian, where they will have their first offensive possession of the ball game. The first quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Cleaver Supplements. Visit them online at cleaversupplements.com. Cleaver Supplements, pure supplements for when genetics are not enough. So Aurora Christian will take over. And it looked like St. Joe's was about to capture all the momentum with that onside kick, getting the ball at the 48 of Aurora Christian, but they couldn't take advantage of it. So the Eagles have possession now in the shotgun. They send a man in motion. Snap is to the quarterback, Clippert. Oh, and they have a man wide open. Oh, he's past the 50, running down the sideline. It's Madsen. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10. Makes a cutback inside the 5. A huge play on first down for Aurora Christian. And, in fact, a play where I was looking down to see who was coming in motion, and by the time I looked up, they were past the 50-yard line, and now they're inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, what a huge first play for Aurora Christian. I said it in the pregame. The big play has been a killer for this Chargers defense, and it was again there. Mark that one as a 76-yard gain for Trey Madsen. First and goal from the 3. Clippert will go under center. Clippert rolling out to the end zone. Touchdown. As Devin Cross made the catch on the 3-yard touchdown pass from Clippert. And the Eagles take a 6-0 lead with 8:55 remaining here in the first quarter. Extra point team on the field now. Trey Madsen on to kick for the Eagles. And the Chargers jump off sides. Looked like Zion Timms, who passed the line of scrimmage there on the extra point attempt. Chargers have blocked a number of extra points this season. Clearly something they would like to do with the Eagles already leading 6-0 with 8:55 remaining here in the first quarter. Little discussion between the officials and head coach David Beebe. So it is the offsides, the encroachment. Oh, it looks like 12 men on the field. Offsetting penalties. 12 men on the field for Aurora Christian there. So they'll just retry the extra point from the original spot of the ball. Again, Madsen on for the extra point. And penalty flags once again, as the Chargers may have encroached on a second consecutive play. It is encroachment. So the second consecutive time, so that'll move it half the distance to the goal for the extra point. They can, it looks like maybe actually they decline that because, you know, moving it closer doesn't help too much on an extra point. High snap, kick is up, and it is good. That will make it 7-0 Aurora Christian here with 8:55 remaining in the first quarter. The big play on that drive. Short little pass to Trey Madsen, but he had plenty of space as he made his way down the sideline to the 3-yard line, and then that's where there was a little rollout and touchdown pass from Clippert to Devin Cross to give the Eagles a 7-0 lead. Well, the Chargers need a response here. It looked pretty good right from the outset, recovering that onside kick to start the game, but the offense couldn't take advantage of the great field position from the 48 of Aurora Christian. Amir Burgi is the deep man for the Chargers. Trey Madsen will kick it off for Aurora Christian. Burgi standing around the goal line. Madsen kicking off from his own 40. Here's the kick. It's a booming one into the end zone for a touchback. So Madsen does a great job on his first kickoff. So it'll be 1st and 10 for St. Joe's at their own 20. Not nearly as good a field position as they had on their first possession. Chargers went 3 and out and moved backwards after a holding penalty and then a sack. They did complete a pass, though. Remember, it is freshman quarterback Ezekiel Boos. 4 wide receivers in there for him, along with the running back Zion Timms. Boos takes the snap, goes for a screen pass, and there was no one there. That was a dangerous pass as a couple of Aurora Christian defenders were in there. Josh Erfmeyer was right there for the Eagles. Could have intercepted that ball. 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. Shotgun formation once again. Boos looking to pass. Going deep for Zach Ford. Ford turns around trying to leap for that ball, but it's broken up by the Eagles. Caleb Beebe comes in to deflect that ball out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 10. Chargers trying to get going through the air, and they'll have to again on 3rd and 10 from their own 20. 8:42 left. St. Joe's trailing 7-0 here in the first quarter. Boos in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Takes the snap, going for a quick screen pass, and that ball is dropped by Jesse McDonald. If he had caught that one, he might have had some space, could have been able to pick up that first down. Unfortunately, just could not make the catch. So 4th and 10, punting situation for St. Joe's from their own 20. Trey Madsen deep for Aurora Christian. He's standing inside the 40 of St. Joe's. It's a bit of a low kick. Might have been lying. A flag comes in again. This is going to be another instance of either running into the kicker or roughing the kicker, and this time it's roughing the kicker. That's going to be an automatic first down for the Chargers. So St. Joe's catches a major break here as for the second time Aurora Christian has hit Zach Ford after a punt. And this time it goes for an automatic first down. if you ask me, it doesn't make a ton of sense to go after the punt with the way Aurora Christian's offense looked. It didn't seem like they needed outstanding field position on their first drive, but nonetheless, they went for the punt, and it backfired on them big time with the roughing the kicker penalty and a first down for St. Joe's. They're up to the 35-yard line, their own 35. Shotgun formation for Boost, 4 wide receivers. Zion Timms, the lone running back in the backfield. High snap to Boost. Looking over the middle, he has Amir Burgee at the 50. Now Burgee fumbles the football. Who has it? He fumbled around the 44-yard line of Aurora Christian. Who's got it? They're unraveling the pile here around the 44. And the Eagles have it. Caleb Beebe came up with the fumble recovery on what looked like a big play for the Chargers. But Amir Burgee fumbles, and it's back to Aurora Christian. Well, after the turnover, Chargers defense needs to step up here. 8:20 left in the first quarter, 7-0 Aurora Christian. Chargers opened up this ball game with an onside kick that they recovered, had the ball at the 48 of Aurora Christian, went 3 and out, and then the Eagles scored on 2 plays from their own 21-yard line. They'll start this time from their own 43. Clippard in the shotgun. Pump fakes and throws a screen pass. Plenty of room for Danny Russell. He has a first down and more. He's all the way to the 30, inside the 25, to about the 24-yard line of St. Joe's. So the screen game working well for the Eagles. Explosive offense so far for Aurora Christian, as they're inside the 25 now at the 24 with a 1st and 10, 8:04 to play first quarter, 7-0 the score. And timeout, St. Joe's. Chance for that defense to regroup a bit. They've given up 2 big plays. Well, oftentimes you hear it after a turnover, sudden change, try to make a big play on offense, and that's exactly what Aurora Christian did coming off of that fumble. Hey, Charger fans, don't forget to stop by Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst and enjoy our fast casual family restaurant that serves fresh experiences. Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst. Beautiful night here at Aurora Christian. Final regular season game of the year for both of these teams. Aurora Christian trying to clinch a playoff berth with a win here tonight. They sit at 4-4. St. Joe's at 3-5 has already been eliminated from the IHSA playoffs, but can still play in the Prep Bowl. Clippard in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. Clippard looking to pass. The lefty throws near the sideline to about the 19-yard line. Was caught by Turek for a gain of about 4 yards. Make that 5. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 from the 20 for the Eagles. Clippard in the shotgun again. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. Clippard looking to pass. Has a man at about the 10. It's Beebe. Beebe is brought down at about the 6. And that's good enough for the first down. So Caleb Beebe making big plays on both sides of the ball. Had a couple of pass breakups and makes a nice catch there for the first down. So it's 1st and goal for the Eagles from the 7-yard line. 7-0 the score with just under 7.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Clippard in the shotgun, trips to his right, one receiver to the left. They send the back in motion, so it's now an empty backfield for the Eagles. Clippard looking to his right, goes to the running back, and it is dropped there by Danny Russell as he was out in the flat and was heading for the end zone if he makes the catch there, but fell out of his hands. 2nd and goal now from the 7-yard line. Clippard will go under center here. Clippard looking to pass, and that was batted down at the line. May have been Shamar McDade Bishop who got his paws up there to block that pass. So 3rd and goal and a chance for a big stop for this Charger defense. The Eagles are at the 7-yard line, already leading 7-0. Could be huge for the Chargers to hold the Eagles to a field goal here. Clippard is in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to his right, 1 to the left. H-back in there as well as the running back Russell. They send a man in motion. It's crossed. They'll do a little shovel pass, and it was dropped. Are they going to call this a fumble? It looked to me like an incomplete pass, and that is correct. It was an incomplete pass. They tried to go with the shovel pass to Madsen. There was space there, but he couldn't make the catch. So it's 4th and goal, and the field goal unit comes out of the field for Aurora Christian. Trey Madsen is the kicker. We've already seen him with a touchback and 1 for 1 on extra points. And from the 7, this will be about a 24-yarder. Late player coming out of the field for Aurora Christian. But he does make it on. Here's the snap. It's low. It's bouncing. And St. Joe's might be able to cover. Madsen falls on it at the 25. But meanwhile, the Chargers come up with a huge stand in the red zone. Give credit to the defense making that stop. But on that field goal, really just a mistake for Aurora Christian. A low bouncing snap that went all the way back to the 25-yard line. And so the score will remain 7-0 with 7 minutes to play here in the first quarter. St. Joe's starting from their own 25. Boose in the shotgun, 1 back behind him, 4 wide receivers. They give it to Timms. Timms has some space, and he gets near the 30, so a gain of close to 5 on 1st down. Second and 5 from the 30 for St. Joe's with the senior running back Timms in the ballgame. 3 wide receivers to the right of Boose, 1 to the left. They give it up the middle to Timms, and Timms has some space, but he's just tripped up shy of the 40-yard line and about a yard short of the 1st down. So a big 3rd down and short coming up here for the St. Joe's offense. They've had a couple of nice runs on 1st and 2nd down. We'll see if they go to that again here on 3rd and short. Boose in the shotgun. Timms the back behind him. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left for the Chargers. Boose, it's a high snap, and he's immediately hit as the Eagles were bringing the house there, and they were ready for it. And it was Madsen who made the hit. It's 4th down and a punting situation for St. Joe's. Not what you want there on 3rd down and short. A high snap, and then Boose had no time to make a decision. Multiple Eagles defenders were on him instantly to make the sack. Just under 5.5 minutes left, first quarter. Aurora Christian leading 7-0, and now the Chargers punting, and this snap is over the head of Zach Ford, but he's still able to get off a decent punt given the circumstances. It takes a bounce, and it will land. It's downed by the Chargers at about the 44-yard line of Aurora Christian, and that's where the Eagles offense will take over once again. Hey, Charger fans, don't forget to stop by Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst and enjoy our fast casual family restaurant that serves fresh experiences. 1st and 10 for Aurora Christian. They've actually moved the ball up to the 46. Clippard is under center. They send Beebe in motion, but instead they give it right up the middle for a first down by Russell. Just went straight up the middle and picked up about 12 yards to get into St. Joseph territory. Eagles at the 43-yard line of St. Joe's with 1st and 10. Clippert will go under center again. One back behind him. Couple of H-backs and 2 wide receivers. Clippert gives up the middle again. This time it's stopped shortly, maybe about 3 yards, though, there for Russell. And late flags come out. What's the call going to be here? Normally you don't like to see a late flag come out if you're the defense. This could be a face mask. Oh, it's unsportsmanlike conduct going against St. Joe's. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. Well, penalties have hurt the Chargers all season, and that's the case again here early tonight, and it's 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Now up to the 25-yard line of St. Joe's with 4:27 to play, first quarter, 7-0. Aurora Christian in the lead on their senior night. Clippard is back in the shotgun, a back to each side of him, and then they send a man in motion. That's Cross. Clippard looking to his right. A flag is thrown. This could be holding. He's running with it to the far sideline inside the 20-yard line, but this could be coming back. Looked like it was in the area of holding. We'll see if that is indeed the call. Eagles offense is marching backwards, and it is holding against Aurora Christian. And I'll push it back 10 yards. 1st and 20. For the Eagles. Clippard under center. They send Beebe in motion, but they give it up the middle here to Russell. And he picks up some yardage to near the 30-yard line at about the 31 of St. Joe's. Jordan Timms made the tackle for St. Joe's. Ball is at about the 31, 2nd and long here. The Eagles have to make it down to the 15 for a first down. Clippard is in the shotgun. He'll readjust after seeing something in the defense. Takes the snap. And they go with the shovel pass to Madsen, and he is brought down near the 25-yard line, trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Looks like it was Shamar McDade Bishop who made the tackle there. 3rd down and long here for Aurora Christian. 3rd and 11 to be exact from the 26-yard line of St. Joe's. Need to get to the 15 for a first down. Clippert goes under center. I formation for the Eagles. Cross, the only wide receiver. 2 tight ends in on the line. Clippert takes the snap. They hand it off to Russell up the middle, and he is stopped after a short gain to about the 22-yard line. Couple of Chargers in on the tackle there. Looked like Ryan Flowers was in on it there for St. Joe's. And now the Eagles will go for a pretty long field goal attempt for the high school game. 39-yarder. Snap. The kick is up, and it is good. Straight through the uprights. Impressive there from the kicker, Trey Madsen, hitting a 39-yarder to make it 10-0. Aurora Christian with 1:48 remaining here in the first quarter. Give credit to the Chargers defense, though. They have been up to the task tonight outside of that first drive on 2 consecutive possessions. On the first one, held the Eagles to no points, and there they held them to 3. See if the offense can start getting something going for St. Joe's. Chargers looked like they were going to start moving the ball, but then it was a fumble by Amir Burgi in Aurora Christian territory that gave the Eagles the ball back. Trey Madsen will set up to kick from his own 40. Had a touchback on his first kickoff of the ball game. Amir Burgi is deep for St. Joe's. Madsen's kick. It is into the end zone for another touchback. So how about Trey Madsen tonight? 1-1 on field goals, 1 for 2 on field goals, rather, although the one miss he actually didn't even get off as a kick. And then the 2 touchbacks. So St. Joe's will have 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, trailing 10-0 with 1:48 left to play here in the first quarter. Freshman quarterback Ezekiel Boos in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. The one to the near sideline is Malik Mason. Boos takes snap, hands off up the middle, and Zion Timms is dropped for a loss of 5. Couple of different Eagles were in on that one. Darrell Gregg, the primary man, making the stop. 2nd down and 15 for St. Joe's. 4 wide receivers for Boos, who's in the shotgun. High snap. Boos throws over the middle of the field. It's intercepted by Madsen, and he is going into the end zone for a pick 6. As that was deflected by a first man into the hands of Madsen, and he used his speed to take it into the end zone and make it 16-0 Aurora Christian. Madsen having himself a ball game tonight. And he'll be back on to kick the extra point with Aurora Christian leading 16-0 now. Well, the Eagles need to win this game to clinch a playoff berth, and they're certainly playing like it already with the 16-0 lead. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. That will make it 17-0. Aurora Christian with 1:14 left to play here in the first quarter. Not the kind of start St. Joe's was looking for. Only thing you can say so far about this game is for St. Joe's, the offense has not held up their end of the bargain. The defense has been playing well outside of that first drive, but the offense cannot get anything going. They've turned the ball over, penalties, sacks. Just been tough slugging for this Charger offense. We'll see if they can get it going here as they trail 17-0. 1:14 left here in the first quarter. Madsen back on for the kickoff from his own 40-yard line. Madsen's kick once again is into and actually now out of the back of the end zone for another touchback. 3 touchbacks for Madsen. Boy, he is doing everything tonight. Touchbacks, a pick 6, big play on that first drive as well. He's been really the player of the game for the Eagles thus far, and he's just a junior, so he'll be back next year for Aurora Christian. Well, St. Joe's is playing for pride tonight, and this is the time to show it. You're trailing 17-0 in the first quarter. A drive for a touchdown could put you right back into this ballgame. 4 wide receivers. Boost takes the snap, throws over the middle, incomplete, off the hand of Jesse McDonald. Looks like that pass was a little bit too far, leading him towards the near side of the field as he tried to one-hand it but couldn't quite hang on. 2nd and 10 for St. Joe's. Boost in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Timms with him in the backfield. Boost takes the snap, facing some pressure, throws over the middle. This is caught by McDonald. McDonald has some space. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. 25, 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Chargers. Jesse McDonald goes the distance for a long touchdown. And I said it. You're playing for pride. You're down 17. Time to score. And the Chargers do it right there with Jesse McDonald. You know that you have the athletes to make plays like that. And they do it right there for the touchdown with 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. An 80-yard touchdown by Jesse McDonald. Broke a tackle, and he was gone. Chargers in their unique extra point formation. They'll shift over back to the middle part of the field. Zach Ford is the kicker. Boost is the holder, the starting quarterback. Snap. The hold is good. The kick just sneaks over the crossbar, and that will make it 17-7 with 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. The 80-yard touchdown by Jesse McDonald. Huge play for the Chargers. 1 stop and a score, and they are right in the thick of this ball game. How about Jesse McDonald the last couple of weeks? Last week, a touchdown on his senior night, made a couple of big catches to extend drives, and tonight, an 80-yard touchdown. Chargers tried an onside kick to open up this ball game. I don't think they'll be doing that again, or will they? They're setting up for that right hash again. That's what they did last time on the onside kick, but I'd be surprised to see it here as after just scoring a touchdown. You don't want to give Aurora Christian that kind of field position. Here's Ford's kick. And indeed, he will kick it deep, and this one will go out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. So that'll be a penalty and bring it to the 35, where Aurora Christian will start offensively. As you can probably hear on the broadcast, dealing with the elements tonight, the wind is a little bit intense. Not too bad up here, but a few blusters here and there. And I am outside here tonight on top of the press box here at God's Field. 1st and 10 for Aurora Christian from their own 35. A little bit of confusion for the offense right now. Not sure how they want to line up, and they send Cross to the near side of the field at receiver. Clippard is in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. H-back Clippard looking to pass, going deep. A man's wide open there. Russell, it's caught at the 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And so just like that, all the momentum that St. Joe's has gained is gone with a 65-yard touchdown pass to Danny Russell from Drew Clippard. He was wide open. That's just a mistake in coverage. Somebody has to mark the running back and know that he can go out for a pass. As he did right there, he's wide open in the middle of the field, and he coasted his way to the end zone for a touchdown to make it 23-7 with 43 seconds to play. Madsen on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is no good. Pretty surprising to see Madsen miss an extra point after the performance he's had. 23-7 the score with 43 seconds left in the first quarter. A high-scoring, explosive first quarter, particularly for Aurora Christian, but St. Joe's has had an 80-yard touchdown of their own from Jesse McDonald. Aurora Christian will kick off from their own 40-yard line. Back deep for the Chargers is Amir Burgee. Kick from Madsen. Another good one. And that is out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. He is perfect on touchbacks tonight. 4 for 4, so St. Joe's will start from their own 20. Well, what you saw on that last drive to score the touchdown, if they can get the ball to their athletes in space, the Chargers can make plays. They can make big plays with Jesse McDonald doing it there, but also Malik Mason and Zach Ford. Just find a way to get them the ball, and they'll do the rest. Boose in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Boose takes the snap, facing pressure, and he is sacked inside the 10-yard line. Only problem is Ezekiel Boose not finding enough time to get it out to his receivers. He's been facing constant pressure all night from this defensive line of Aurora Christian. 2nd and long from about the 9-yard line. Under 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. 23-7 Aurora Christian. Boose in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Takes the snap a little bit high. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to run with it, and he is hit hard at about the 11-yard line. Boy, that was quite a hit there from Julian Jaimes there. And that will end the first quarter with the score, Aurora Christian 23 and St. Joseph 7. Well, the Chargers defense has given up a couple of big plays, but I would say for the most part they have played well enough to keep the Chargers in the game. The offense just didn't get going till the end of that quarter with the long play by Jesse McDonald. We'll see if they can do more here in the second quarter, but they're starting in a rough situation with a 3rd and very long for St. Joe's. It is senior night here at Aurora Christian, and that is the reason that the first quarter ended past 9 p.m. This game was intended to be a 7:30 kickoff. Kicked off significantly later than that, at about 8:15 p.m. So Chargers will head back onto the field. They'll start with it on their own 13-yard line. Need to get all the way to the 30 for a first down. So it's 3rd down and 17 for St. Joe's. Boost in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Tim's the lone back along with Boost. They send a man in motion. Boost on play action, rolling right, going deep, and this is intercepted. Intercepted at around the 45-yard line as Clark Turek made the interception. And Aurora Christian will start from the 49-yard line of St. Joe's, already leading 23-7. So AC at the 49 of St. Joe's. Shotgun formation. Couple of H-backs and 2 wide receivers. Clippert takes the snap. Throws it out towards the near sideline to his running back, Russell. And he picks up a gain of about 7 yards. Oh, sorry. That was rather... That was Russell. Second and 3 here for Aurora Christian from the 41-yard line of St. Joe's. Just over 11 minutes to play in the first half, a 23-7 lead for the Eagles. Clippert takes the snap, facing some pressure, throws to Madsen. He breaks a tackle. He's to the 30. The far sideline, he's trying to make another move, and he's finally brought out of bounds inside the 25 to the 23-yard line of St. Joseph. I can't say it enough. Trey Madsen's been all over the place for Aurora Christian. A pick 6, a long play on the first drive. He's done the kicking perfect on touchbacks. Made a 39-yard field goal. A very versatile player. Junior Trey Madsen for Aurora Christian. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line for the Eagles. Clippert will come out in the shotgun with Russell alongside him in the backfield. Those 2 wide receivers split out wide and a couple H-backs in there for the Eagles. Clippert will hand it off to Russell. Russell maybe gets a couple of yards. Looks like Shamar McDade Bishop was in there on the tackle. Second down and 8 for Aurora Christian from the 21-yard line of St. Joe's. Eagles with the 16-point lead. Clippert takes the snap in the shotgun. Looking deep for the end zone. Has a man in cross. He catches it near the pylon for a touchdown. That'll make it 29-7 on the 23-yard touchdown pass to Devin Cross. That's his 2nd touchdown catch of the game. Well, we knew coming into this ball game that Aurora Christian could pass the ball at will, and they've done that here tonight. Clippert has looked very impressive, very accurate throwing the football, and he finds Cross there in the near corner of the end zone for a 23-yard touchdown. Extra point. Kick is up and good. That will make it 30-7 with 9:44 to play in the first half. The Eagles have built up a 23-point lead. And after a somewhat strong start in that first quarter, the defense starting to wear down for the Chargers. But the offense has put this defense in tough situations. There, an interception gave Aurora Christian the ball in St. Joe territory. But things not looking good here in the first half. St. Joe's is going to need a number of plays like the one they had earlier in this game with an 80-yard touchdown. But there hasn't been too much going on either side of the ball tonight for St. Joe. Madsen is on for the kickoff from his own 40. Oh, they go with a little squib onside kick. No one's there for St. Joe's. And Aurora Christian has it. That is pretty pitiful sportsmanship, if you ask me, with a 23-point lead to do an onside kick. But Aurora Christian does it anyway, looking to run up the score here in the first half. 9:39 left to play here in the second quarter, and Aurora Christian will have the ball from the 36-yard line. Aurora Christian maybe trying to impress the playoff committee in the IHSA, but not a great look. 30-7 with 9:39 to play in the first half. Clippard under center. They'll hand it off up the middle to Russell. He breaks a tackle to the far sideline, and he is all the way near the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10. All right, maybe the rationale is to try to get to a running clock before the second half. But still, with a 23-point lead to do an onside kick, boy, if I were St. Joe, if I was Coach Petrosky, I would not be happy right now. Eagles at the 21-yard line of the Chargers with 1st and 10. Clippard under center in the I formation. Hands it off to Russell. He has some blockers to the near sideline, approaching the 10-yard line. And it looks like he does have enough for a first down here with 9 minutes to play in the second quarter. 30-7 the score. Aurora Christian trying to score again after recovering an onside kick with a 23-point lead. Clippard under center in I formation. One wide receiver to the right. They hand it off to Russell, and he is stopped right away. Shamar McDade Bishop made the tackle. Shamar playing in his final regular season game for the Chargers. What a career he's had. A big part of the team last season, helping lead St. Joe's to their first playoff appearance in school history. And this senior class, despite the fact that they have a losing record this season, Coach Petrosky emphasized they've had a huge impact on this program. 2nd and 9 here for Aurora Christian from just about the 10. They give it to Russell on the left side, and he finds a small hole for about 4 yards to about the 6. Third down and 5. And I talked a little bit earlier about playing with pride. You see a team do an onside kick against you with a 23-point lead. Well, how about making a stop here on 3rd and 5? Clippard's in the shotgun. Couple H-backs, and he'll call timeout. Not liking what he saw there. Second quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by the Illinois High School Association. Stay in the game. IHSA playoffs coming up next week. As I mentioned a couple of times, unfortunately, the IHSA playoffs will not be in the cards for the Chargers this season, but still a chance at the Prep Bowl, which will also start next week. The Chargers still do not know their opponent for the Prep Bowl, but they'll, of course, be on the Catholic League side, and if they are able to win that, we don't know how many teams yet are going to be playing in the Prep Bowl on the Catholic side. But talking to Coach Petrosky, he said there is a possibility that the Chargers may only need to win one game to get to that Prep Bowl championship, which will be at Toyota Park, the home of the Chicago Fire. 3rd down and 5 for Aurora Christian here, about the 6-yard line. Clippert facing pressure. Has to roll to his right. Throws across his body. Intercepted. Intercepted by Jesse McDonald. He brought it out of the end zone. Probably should have taken a knee. But he's brought down to the 5. But nonetheless, a turnover. And the Chargers will take the ball back at their own 5. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. And trailing 30-7 with 6:56 left to play in the first half. This is a drive that, if you want to start getting back into this ballgame, you better find a way to score. But they need to go 94 yards to get to the end zone. As that's probably a play where McDonald could have taken a knee, but trailing 30-7 was trying to make a big play after he already had the 80-yard touchdown earlier in this game. Boose is in the shotgun. Tim's the running back. They send Burgee in motion. Boose throws a screen pass. It was dropped by Mason. 2nd and 10. 6:51 left to play in the second quarter, and St. Joe's will take a timeout, trailing 30-7. Hey, Charger fans, don't forget to stop by Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst and enjoy our fast casual family restaurant that serves fresh experiences. Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst. Second quarter of tonight's game is also brought to you by Cleaver Supplements. Visit them online at cleaversupplements.com. Cleaver Supplements, pure supplements for when genetics are not enough. Well, Aurora Christian has built up a big lead, but an interception there near the goal line and a chance for St. Joe's to get back into this one. Second and 10 from their own 6-yard line. Chargers in the shadow of their own goal line. Have to be careful. Can't afford a safety here, trailing by 23. Boose in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to his right. They send a man in motion. Boose is going to hand it off up the middle. And a decent amount of room there for Zion Timms. And he's out past the 10-yard line to about the 11, a gain of 5. So that makes for a manageable 3rd down and 5 for the Charger offense. From their own 11. Boose in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to his right, 1 to the left. Boose takes the snap, looking right, stepping up, facing pressure near the 1-yard line, and he is sacked back there for a big loss. And now the Chargers are going to have to punt from very deep in their own territory, actually making it about the 2-yard line. Zach Ford's going to be standing near the back line of the end zone to get this punt off, and if what we've seen earlier in this game is any indication, Aurora Christian will be coming after the punt again. Well, actually, it looks like they've eased off on going after this one. Maybe want to set up a return. They have Caleb Beebe standing at about the 25. Ford with a nice punt over the head of Beebe. He's going to let it go, and it will bounce past the 50. Beautiful punt there by Zach Ford. He'll roll all the way to the 42-yard line of Aurora Christian. That is over a 50-yard punt for Zach Ford. Beautiful job by Ford from his own end zone. As I said, he was standing near that back line, was able to get it away. And so Aurora Christian doesn't quite have as good of a field position as they would have expected. First and 10 for the Eagles from their own 42. 5:22 left to play, 30-7 the score. Aurora Christian on top of St. Joe's in the final regular season game of the year. Clippard in the shotgun, and flag is thrown. Offense is backing up. This was a false start against the Eagles. That will push them back to their own 37, where it'll be 1st and 15. Clippard in shotgun. Looking to pass. Finds a man past the 45-yard line. It's Madsen, and he has a first down out to about the 46 of St. Joe's. Desmond McPhail eventually made the stop for the Chargers, but not before they were able to pick up that first down. So Aurora Christian into St. Joe territory with just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half. They maintain that 23-point lead. Clippard in the shotgun. Takes snap, facing some pressure, and he just has to throw this away. He maybe got out of the tackle box there. Otherwise, that could have been intentional ground. There was a receiver slightly in the area. No call right now. But Malik Mason was coming after him, rushing from the edge. He's done that all season, showing great speed at defensive end. .452 left here in the first half. 2nd down and 10 for Aurora Christian. Clippard in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers, couple of H-backs, and 1 running back in the backfield. Mason's coming after him on a blitz, and the screen pass is over the head of Russell. And all of a sudden, Malik Mason really showing up, rushing the passer here. That's 2 consecutive quarterback hurries, and that time he actually put a hit on Clippard. So it'll be 3rd and 10 for Aurora Christian. Clippard in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers, 2 H-backs, and Russell, the halfback, behind him in the backfield. Clippard looking to pass, facing some pressure, going deep, has a man in cross, and a battle for that football, incomplete at about the 18-yard line. But a flag comes in late. Sideline warning going against St. Joseph's. But it was just a warning, so Aurora Christian will still be forced to punt here on 4th down and 10. First time that the Eagles have had to punt here tonight with 4:39 left the second quarter. Low snap to Madsen. No, he's going to fake it and he's going to run with it. He has some room at the far sideline. Is he going to get to the first down? Yes, he does. So first an onside kick and then a fake punt. Oh, no. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I'm not sure if that play was designed as a fake punt. It may have been that Madsen had a low snap and then decided that he was better off running with it. Just saw the space and took off. It really didn't look like a designed fake punt, but heads-up play by Madsen, and he picks up the first down inside the 35-yard line. Just over 4 minutes left here in the first half. Still 30-7 Aurora Christian. Clippard under center, sends a man in motion. They hand off up the middle to Russell, and he's to about the 26-yard line. Gain of about 7. Second down and 3, under 4 minutes left to play now in the second quarter. Clippard in the shotgun. One wide receiver split to each side. A couple of H-backs and a running back in there. Clippard facing pressure. He throws a screen pass to Russell. Russell bowls a man over near the first down marker. He's maybe slightly short. We'll see where they spot it. Certainly short. At about the 24.5-yard line of St. Joe's. Third down and a long one for Aurora Christian. Clippard's under center. Has Russell behind him in the backfield. 2 H-backs in there as well. They'll hand it off to Russell, and he has enough for the first down inside the 20-yard line after Shamar McDade Bishop made the tackle from behind. To the 19-yard line, 1st and 10 with about 2.5 minutes left here in the first half. Things have calmed down a bit in this second quarter after we had a high-scoring first quarter. It was 23-7 at the end of the first. But the Eagles looking to get on the board again here in the second quarter. Clippard takes the snap, looking to pass, looking near the 5-yard line. Cross, did he get his feet in? He got at least one to the 6-yard line on the near sideline. Nice catch there by Cross, and had the awareness to stay in bounds as he was right near the sideline. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Eagles with 2:11 left to play here in the second quarter. 30-7, the lead for Aurora Christian. Clippard under center with Russell behind him in the backfield. 2 H-backs and 2 wide receivers. They give it to Russell, going for the end zone. He stretches. Is he in there? He's just short. They'll spot him down at the 1-yard line. It's a windy one. Thank you. Have some papers flying around here, getting some help up here when they are flying away. 1:47 left here, second quarter, 2nd and goal at about the 1-yard line for Aurora Christian. Clippard under center, hands it off, and Shamar McDade Bishop makes a stop in the backfield to bring down Russell, a tackle for loss. Shamar's been making plays like that all season. Just about 1:10 left, second quarter. Eagles heading towards the sideline. They may call timeout here. Looks like they have. Or they'll probably wait till the play clock expires here. And David Beebe calls the timeout with 44 seconds left in the second quarter. So 44 seconds left here in the first half. 30-7, Aurora Christian leading St. Joe's. Boy, this wind is starting to gain some steam here at Aurora Christian. Third and goal from the 1-yard line. Clippard in the shotgun. Russell alongside in the backfield and 4 wide receivers. Oh, wait a minute. Clippard's going to throw it for a touchdown to Trey Madsen. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and Madsen scores again. Trey Madsen's been all over the place tonight, kicking, playing defense, playing receiver. That'll make it 36-7. And the Chargers encroach on the extra point. Saw that a little bit earlier tonight. 36-7 the score now with 40 seconds remaining in the first half. And that ball is mishandled on the extra point, and St. Joe's eventually recovered. So the extra point's no good, and the score will remain 36-7 here at God's Field. And they're currently playing the USC Trojans fight song. Have to let them know that the Trojans are going down tomorrow night in South Bend. I will be in attendance at Notre Dame Stadium for one of the biggest Notre Dame USC games, probably the biggest since back in 2005, famous Bush Push game. So 36-7, though. Aurora Christian in the lead. And back to our game. Another tough night for the Chargers. Hasn't been the result they've wanted so far tonight. Madsen on to kick off. Goes with a little squib kick. Chargers have it about the 35 to their own 45, and that's where they'll take over with 35 seconds left here in the first half. Well, the Chargers may take a shot here with 35 seconds left. They do get the ball to start the second half. Try to make a play. Try to get at least somewhat back in this ball game. With 35 seconds left in the first half. Ezekiel Boos in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Boos takes the snap, hands it off to Timms. Timms has some space. He's past the 50. He's to the 45, has a first down. Hurry up offense now for St. Joe's. Clock stops briefly as they move the chains. 25 seconds to play first half. 4 wide receivers for Boos. Takes the snap. Looking to pass. And he was going for McDonald over the middle. Incomplete off his hand. McDonald was open there, but Boos led him too far to the right. 18 seconds to play. 36-7 Aurora Christian. 18 seconds to play in the first half. 36-7, Aurora Christian in the lead. St. Joe with the ball at the 45-yard line of the Eagles. Boose in the shotgun. Tim's in the backfield with him and 4 wide receivers. Boose takes the snap. Looking to throw deep now, facing pressure, and he will be sacked. Christian Cervantes makes the sack. And that will do it for the first half. The sack being the last play. The score at the half, Aurora Christian 36 and St. Joe's 7. Player of the half for the Chargers has to be Jesse McDonald with that 80-yard touchdown. For Aurora Christian, it's Trey Madsen making plays everywhere, has a pick 6, has a touchdown catch as a receiver, and he's done the kicking as well and has a number of touchbacks. So it is halftime now. We'll be back with the second half here on Arena Sportsnet Chicago in about 15 minutes.